Hello, I'm Jashykins, and welcome to another little vlog review, this time of the Strain episode Last Rites. Now, I have been a little disappointed with the flashbacks as of late, because it's like, wow, it shows them escaping. Woo, and like interesting things happen, but it's like, But then finally, we get an interesting series of flashbacks of Satrakian, Abraham, going and trying to find Eckhart, or the master, or whatever, and then being basically led into a trap. And you find out he's married to Marion. I believe that's her name. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably am. And they have a discussion before about her going, really, you shouldn't go up there, just be safe. And they go, oh, wouldn't it be nice if, we had a girl and a boy, and it's like, we'll have that one day. And so Eckhart sets up this trap, and Abraham goes in, and he isn't able to get out until morning. And he races back as quickly as possible, and we had guessed what the heart was. Now it's like, it's probably his wife, someone close, my brother, but wife. And I knew this wasn't going to be it, but I thought it'd be so cool if it was his heart, and somehow he was able to live without it, and this kept him from turning into a vampire, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. But anyways, he comes back, and Marion is, whole, as a vampire, is holding two vampire children, a girl and a boy. And I was like, fuck! And then after he kills them all, him and his pseudo family, he cuts out Marion's heart. He cuts it out, keeps it as, part of her. And when they leave at the end, he's leaving a big part of himself. And it's just that's a good flashback, but I can't feel. Well, I could still feel. It's not the worst pain I have felt, but it was just like, this is not good. I got, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that season 2 fucking premiere. It was just like, Whedon was like, oh, you want happy? And so I liked that. It was like heartbreaking, but at a point. And Dutch came back and redeemed herself by having a way long techno babble story short. She would have it so that F could broadcast a 20-second message about the vampires existing on a alert system that hasn't really been used. So it'll be free, and they could sneak it in that way. So yeah. And while Dutch was setting up part of this, her and Fett, who are just too cute. They're just too cute. Cute. And Fett's obviously, with this question he asked her, is asking how likely it is for her to even be slightly attracted to him by, going, so men or women? And Dutch slyly says, I look for basically, some really depressive, depressive but funny comment at the same time, basically not saying who she's into, what is she could be bi or pan. She's just in for a failing relationship or something, so it's both. It's so her relationship isn't her sexuality isn't stated, but she's not straight. And Fed's not angry at her, evading him, because the comment, she makes is, flirty enough for it to say, yeah, I'm interested in you, while not answering the question at the same time. I think so. I think she says, she might have said that. That's what she might have implied. That's why they were both happy. That was such a good flirt. I can't see where their relationship goes. They're cute. No, Dutch redeeming herself, Fett probably becoming Abraham's protege. And finally, in this episode, Palmer gets made into a vampire because he's wanting to become a vampire because, well, he's dying and he doesn't want to die. And so he's like, yeah, vampirism, that's the way to go. And so then he sort of livens up, at the end. And he's like, yay, like I'm young again. And it's like, boy, is he going to be in for a shock later. Earlier this season, we had a guy's dick falling off. He's not going to exactly stay young and be able to fuck people. Young, virile. So yeah, he's going to be in for one hell of a surprise in the promo for the next episode. Yeah, he's definitely like, what the fuck's happening? I'm wondering if the Master, when he did Eckort, he had the worm just enter, but with Palmer, he just had blood dripping down. Is that signaling that maybe the Master is just making him a mindless slave? Or is it just he turns them into loyal soldiers like Eckort that way, or the way Eckort was done? Because I'm really, really interested in the question. Anyways, I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. And my final thoughts for the Strain episode, Last Rites. Really interesting to see what happens with Palmer, if he actually becomes like Eckort or just another mindless zombie. And I can't wait for the finale. I know there's probably going to be a cliffhanger. I hope it's one we can all survive. And if you go to my blog, you can see vlog reviews like this. And I also am going to have the season review of Extant out in a day or two, probably tomorrow. And I'm starting to work on The Dawning. Hopefully I'll be able to start to work on the next SNN chapter soon. And if you're on my blog, you can go to the sidebar thingy and see where else I am on the web and say hi. And if you're watching this on YouTube, donate your account. Link is there. And if you click on it and donate your Twitter and or Facebook accounts to my campaign, thank you very much. And until next video, goodbye.